Welcome. Ooh, good morning. My fingers are disappearing. Welcome. Well, afternoon. We've just turned the clock past noon. Welcome to the Kids in Comedy Grad Show. We have a Sunday class coming at you full of wonderful jokes they've been working on for weeks. Welcome to our new normal. We have a virtual show for you today. Thank you all so much for joining. Everyone's been working very, very hard, and we've all been adapting to this new the normal situation. I thought to get everyone excited and a little bit comfortable, I'm just gonna talk to you guys like we're in a comedy club. So welcome to the virtual comedy club. Anyone yep, always in the back. Was that New Zealand? Wow, that there were connection issues. When you laugh, when you're having a good old time enjoying this content, you can have a good time. You can ask them questions, no promises they'll answer, but you can send a little LOL or an ROTFL, little AOL chat room chat. We just want everyone to know that they're having a fun time, that you're laughing and enjoying yourselves. Yeah, I think those are all the housekeeping things. And for those of you interested, for the family members watching, you can reach out to Joanne if you're looking at any summer classes and stuff. We're gonna keep having classes and stuff throughout the year, but more on that later. We're gonna get the show started. We have, again, a wonderful class full of hardworking comedians who've been working hard from the comfort of their homes and their computer screens to make wonderful jokes for you. First up, coming to the stage, we have the wonderful, the very funny, Aaron Blau. Put your hands together for him.
Hello. So recently, things have seemed a little different. I mean, during quarantine, there's kind of this weird contrast of like a lot of things going on, yet I'm incredibly bored. And recently, it's got a little warmer, and some of my friends, like the shift from 64 to 65 degrees, just turns them into a caged bird instead of a couch potato. And like I was on a call with one of my friends, and they gave a whole rant, like nothing can really prepare you for entering quarantine. It's a world unto itself, where cold, quiet, and emptiness come together, seeping into your bones, and then eventually the mind. The first week I told myself, it's gonna be okay. I can do this. The second week, I had to rely on my family for social engagements, and that's when the horrors began. Scrabble, Clue, and the worst torture there is, Monopoly, on a daily basis. By the third week, I found myself enjoying a game of bananagrams. My sense of human decency had truly dissipated. And with quarantine, there's a lot of things kind of different, especially school. Online is kind of a very different experience. And when it comes to school, I personally work hard all day, all night. I try so hard not to do any work possible. And I'm a procrastinator. Like a few of my friends call themselves procrastinators, but that's like saying you're Tom Brady when you're just like Alex, the 6-year-old throwing a Nerf football. Um, like unless you've binge watched like all 9 seasons of The Office instead of doing like a single sheet of math homework, then you really can't call yourself procrastinator. In fact, I kind of have a checklist. Like one, you cannot, and I repeat, cannot get ahead on any assignments at all. And two, unless you've watched an entire season of a TV show, you can't get on homework. What are you doing? You have TV to watch. And three, there is no excuse to do your homework unless it allows you to procrastinate something else. Anyway, you guys have been virtually great. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Give it up one more time for Aaron Blau. Woo woo. Very, very fun. Oh, thank you so much. Procrastinating it's truly, I think, one of America's pastimes, at least one of quarantine America's pastimes. I'm glad that you're a proud member of the procrastination, Aaron. Gonna keep it moving along. Our next comedian coming to the virtual stage. He's very funny. You know him and you love him. Put your hands together for Jay Jump.
So for all the viewers at home, I just want to, I've always wondered, and I want to know if you can help me answer this question, but why do people clap when the plane lands? I've always wondered for the longest time. Like, it's the pilot's job to land the plane. You don't clap when barista at Starbucks, hands you your coffee. You don't see Karen get up on the table and just start clapping. The whole Starbucks is yelling in applause or clapping in applause. Like, I think I'm the only person who's allowed to clap at Starbucks because they finally pronounced my name right. My name is Jay. It's 3 letters, Jai, and somehow they mess it up every single time. It's gotten to the point where I have to give them a fake name. However, unlike the barista, the pilot can't go, you know what? I'm not gonna land a plane today. We're gonna land in the water for now. That's the wrong kind of water break. Planes aren't like Uber drivers. You can't have a rating below 4.5. Like, where did the other 0.5s go? 5 stars go? What happened in the last flight for you to lose half a star? But could you imagine if planes were like Uber? Yo, my plane's arrival time just went from 2 minutes to 8 minutes. Must be a lot of traffic. Oh, my plane's just around the corner. You just see a massive jumbo jet land on top of 20 cars. The pilot peeks their head out the window. I have a jumbo jet for jam going 5 minutes away. The rating system would definitely be out of whack. Wonder what the pilot with the world's lowest rating did for him to get that rating. Speaking of low ratings, a lot of people don't know that I used to live in New Jersey. And I don't tell a lot of people this because it's kind of embarrassing because it's New Jersey. But this thing about a unique thing about New Jersey, instead of regular grocery stores, there's like Indian grocery stores because of like the large Indian population there. And the difference between the two is that, like the food in an Indian grocery store, I don't know if y'all know what this is, but it's called flavor. We have a little bit of that. So, and I was at the Indian grocery store. I remember one time when I was little, I was at the Indian grocery store paying attention to all the bright colors on a package of rice. I mean, I'm 9 years old. I get distracted by colorful objects easily. I still get distracted by colorful objects easily. That's why my room is just black and white. And so, I finally turned away from the rice. I finally just got my gaze off of it, but I can't find my mom. I look behind me, turn around, spin in a circle. For some reason, I look up, like, she's Spider-Man. She got stuck on the ceiling. But I start to get really scared because I think someone's going to kidnap me. And the reason why I thought this is because as a child, my mom made me watch that scene from Taken where like Liam Neeson loses his daughter and he goes on a wild goose hunt to go find her again. And my mom warned me that if I didn't hold her hand at all times, that someone was going to kidnap me. And, it's just this is a really common Indian parenting tactic. They'll scare you into not doing anything. So now today, like, I can compare almost everything my parents have told me not to do to some kind of action movie. Like, my mom wants me not to do something, and I'd be like, oh, this is just like that scene from Nemo, Mom. I'll just like go to my room sobbing. But her concern doesn't even make sense because, nothing really happens in New Jersey anyways. I mean, New Jersey is right next to the capital of the world where dreams are made. The center of all the major cities, Connecticut. But anyways, I start to cry in the middle of the store. I was in the fetal position just bawling. Like, I had the whole shebang. I had the lip quiver. I had like a puddle of tears next to me. I was just rubbing my arms like, oh no, my life is over. I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm never gonna see my mom again. And it turns out my mom was actually in the aisle next to me. Now, any other mom would have been like, "Oh my God, are you okay? I'm so sorry." My mom looked at me. She peeked her head out of the aisle. She just saw me see her, and we looked. Our eyes locked for a good 10 seconds, and then she finally went and said, "That's not my son," and just went away. So, anyways, now I gotta go find her again. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Hope we can find your mom in the chats on YouTube. Hope she's watching this live. Jay's mom. Comment at us, hashtag don't get taken in the grocery store. Very, very funny. We love it. We love it so much. Thank you so much. That was Jay's, he's a new student in our class. We're really excited to have him. We're gonna keep it moving on to a new segment we're doing. So it's not just the teacher and the teacher's assistant, myself and Alejandro working with your students. We also have a wonderful team of interns that help us give feedback to your wonderful kids, and they help us keep the class moving along. They're so great. They've been through the program. First one up who's going to be joining me today is Maya Arden. Welcome to the stage, Maya.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Yeah, so I have been in this program for a very long time, and a joke that one of the previous interns said when we had it is, I get your kids water, and that's basically what I do. I get them water. So if they're ever hydrated, that's me. You're welcome.
Props to you. Hashtag hydrated. Hydration is key. We're going to do something fun today where we play a little game called Ask the Intern. We're going to see how the interns have been holding up during quarantine. So Maya, I hear you've been working on some new skills this quarantine. Tell us about that.
They've been good. I recently got a sewing machine. It was in the beginning of quarantine because, I'm artsy. I go to an art school. I'm fun. I am very bad with organizations, so I can't make like a shirt or something. But since this has all happened, everyone needs masks and stuff. People have assumed that I am their personal seamstress. So I'm really backed up with mask orders. I looked up a tutorial. I sewed everything and I put it on, and then it actually said, "Hi, Mom. So I think I did something wrong. I think maybe I sewed something into it that I wasn't supposed to." But I'm everyone's seamstress, so that's fun. Hit me up if you want a mask. I still have to get fabric. I have like some t-shirts that I'm cutting up. Great. And also, I've become a hairstylist. My dad needs a haircut because he has a lot of work calls, stuff like that. So he's been growing out his hair for a little while, and he doesn't have like typical hair. He's more like curly hair. So we went to CVS. I got some hair cutting scissors. I know they're very fancy. I love them very much. I got some thinners, which I couldn't use because he decided that he has a degree in cosmetology, so he told me how to do it. And I also have this nice comb. So that's fun. His haircut didn't turn out the best. It didn't turn out the worst. But I got a cut myself. So everybody's getting a cut. And if anyone's wondering, I did have my bangs before quarantine. So it was not I just want to change up my look. I've had these for a little while. So yes.
Nice. You've been sitting locked up with those bangs, and they're looking good. They're looking good. You are ahead of the curve on those bangs. What was the reason your dad wanted you to cut his hair?
He has like a bunch of work calls and stuff like that. Some new people he has to talk to, and it was getting real puffy. So all those new people are like, "Oh, what happened to your hair?" It's like, "Oh, I let my daughter cut it." And some good old father-daughter bonding, letting my teenage daughter cut my hair.
Classic. Well, maybe that fresh haircut will give him some some props in the office on the office Zoom.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maya, for telling us about your hot new skills in quarantine times. And thank you so much for being an intern and helping out in the class. Lovely to have you. Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Before I digress any further into quarantine arts and crafts, which I could talk for an eternity about. Our next comedian coming to the stage, she's been in the program. You know her, you love her. Put your hands together for Julia Cantor. Woo-woo.
Hi, everyone. Very happy to be here. I'm glad to see that everything is working despite the technical difficulties we had earlier. So let me tell you, I am in an extremely codependent relationship with my dishwasher. It's this big hulking piece of machinery, so you'd think it would be self-sufficient, but no, I am at its constant beck and call as a caretaker. And it's honestly reaching, as my parents, and it's honestly reaching into every part of my life. You know, I'll be sitting around, relaxing, when suddenly I'll hear this rumbling, crunching sound coming from it, along with a heinous beeping noise that seems to say, feed me, feed me, feed me, as if the previous noise wasn't warning enough. Or I'll be getting ready to go out with friends, and it'll make an intense whirring sound, like the wind during a thunderstorm, while again beeping heinously, saying, change me, change me, change me. And lastly, I'll even be in class, and I swear to God, this thing is relentless. It'll start to shake the house while I'm in class and start beeping out, I am your financial responsibility. Take care of me. I swear, this thing is out to get me. It's like it behaves like a newborn because honestly, it is a newborn. That's exactly what it is. And you know, they have support groups for new moms. And I think, you know, the dishwasher is the heart of the household. So I think us as dishwasher caretakers really deserve that safe space. We really deserve it. You know, you would walk in and there would be obviously a table with food and drink, but everything is in disposable plates and cups because no dishwashing is going to go down here. And you sit down in the circle, you would get comfortable, everyone would settle down, and then it starts. And the first caretaker to share is Carol. Now, she has the matching Lululemon headband and leggings, and you just know she has a coordinated yoga mat in her BMW in the parking lot. So she starts off by saying, hi, everyone. I am so happy to be here. Just want to let you guys know, my washer is 100% self-sufficient, so I don't really have any issues at all with it. I could just do whatever I want. But I'm so here for all of you. I'm here to help all of you. Again, I in no way can relate to your situations because my dishwasher is perfect, but I'm still here to offer my support. I'm here for you. And then you move a little bit down the line and you get to Lisa. And Lisa is in the messy bun and the denim skirt with her left eye twitching, the whole shebang. You can tell she has not seen the light of day in months. And she says, hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I haven't slept in 7 weeks, but I love my screaming little blessing more than anything else in this entire world. Can someone please tell me what day of the week it is? I have lost all track of time. That poor woman. And then finally you get to the end, you get to the leader. The leader's name is Melissa. Now, she had the first dishwasher when it came out in the 70s, okay? She is an old pro. And so she starts and she ends the meeting and she starts and she says, hello, everyone. I am so excited to see you all here. I'm sure it was a schlep for all of you, but I'm very glad you were able to make it. Now, I've had about 5 washes in my life and I have come out stronger. Honestly, I know everything seems extremely difficult now, but trust me, it does get better. Now, let us all join hands and let's say our sanity mantra. No matter how much I hate my washer, I will not show it. I am a mom and I am dedicated and stoic. Amen. Thank you all for coming. It was so nice to see you. And thank you guys all for listening.
Woo! Give it up one more time for Julia. Incredible. Well done. I just want to call out some fun things in the chat. Gma AZ said, who brought the donuts? And I am also really curious who brought the donuts and can they FedEx them Can they send them express to all of us? Show them in the comments. Tell us your favorite flavor of donuts in the chat. Also, we got lots of grandmas. We got some. I think someone named Ziggy is here in the chats. Thank you all for being here. We're just gonna keep moving and grooving through the show. And really appreciate seeing all the applause in the chat on YouTube. Cool beans. Next coming to the stage, we got a very funny guy wearing a fun red shirt. Put your hands together for Andy Osmond.
Hey guys, so Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets are good, don't get me wrong. I love Hot Pockets, but why did the people who made Hot Pockets think it was a good idea to make them unedible? Like, if you put a Hot Pocket in the microwave for a minute and 35 seconds, they burn your mouth off. But then if you put them in for a minute and 30 seconds, they're freezing cold in the middle. I asked my mom about this, and she's like, oh, just let them cool off. I'm like, okay, but if I let them cool off for 10 minutes, and I probably could have made a whole pizza in that amount of time. So it doesn't make sense. The bottom line is Hot Pockets got to be quick, or else they're not really doing their job. Talking about things being one way or another, this applies to more than just Hot Pockets. It also applies to girls. So Hot Pocket. Oh, so me and this girl were talking for a while, and out of nowhere one day, she was just like, I don't think we should be together anymore. I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm upset now, but I just said, why? Like, what did I do wrong? And she goes, you know what she said? She said this line that I didn't know was an actual thing that people said. I thought it was just said in like movies. She said these words. It's not you, it's me. What? Well, what's that supposed to mean? I don't know what that's supposed to mean because I don't think you did anything wrong. So I was just like, whatever. Then after all that, I went downstairs and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, me and my girlfriend broke up. And she's like, all right, well then, who broke up with who? I'm like, Ma, she broke up with me. And my mom said, well, whose fault was it? Right now I'm thinking, I'm like, what is wrong with females? They're like a different species with different brains than every other human. And now I say to my mom, I'm like, Ma, what do you think? And she's like, oh, you're right. It definitely was neither your faults. Well, then whose fault was it, Mom? It's only me and her in the relationship. There's no Joe Schmo from South Africa, so it couldn't have been him. Just doesn't make sense. Then I remembered I got over all of it, and then I remembered that I was letting a Hot Pocket cool off on the counter. So I ate that. 2 hours made it just right. All right, thank you guys. My name's Andy, and that's my time.
Heck yeah, Hot Pockets, Andy. Well done. Guys, if you love Hot Pockets, comment in the chat your favorite flavor. To my knowledge, I think there's only like pepperoni, but if you know a fun Hot Pocket flavor, please share it because Andy is dying to know. We are all so eager. All right, gonna keep the show moving right along. Next, coming to this virtual stage, you know her, you love her. She's been in the program before. Put your hands together for Lola Grillo.
Hi. So this pandemic has really done a toll on me. Me being a kid, the whole world is changing, everything's becoming really different. And this is really hard on me. But I also think that this pandemic is changing me to be a better person and teaching me how to survive in the world. For starters, shopping is like the Hunger Games. In order to shop, I have to become a full-on dynasty warrior. I walk in there, just ready to pick up some milk, and it's like World War III in there. There were cans flying, spilled sauces in every aisle, and it was a mix of beauty and despair as you hear the ear-piercing war cries and the fallen grandpas who couldn't quite reach the cereal. Of course, I wasn't ready for this mess, so I was nearly eaten alive. But then I remembered how the government's been telling us to stay safe and be prepared when going outside. So I go back to the store, but this time I'm wearing a sword, bow and arrows, and I have some heavy metal armor on. And let me tell you this, when I'm trying to get my unsweetened vanilla soy milk, nobody is going to stop me from getting my unsweetened vanilla soy milk. So I was swinging my sword along the dairy aisle, terminating anyone in my path, and I even managed to get out of there with a Snickers bar. Secondly, I've started being a better person by helping out the world just by being honest. In these times, you're not really sure how much time you have left with the people you love. So I decided to have a little Zoom sit down with my friend Nicole. Our conversation went like this. Hey, Nicole, is that your new dress with those tennis shoes? Hi, yes it is. Don't you absolutely love it? Yeah. No, I can't do it. I promised to be good, and here we go. Nicole, I gotta tell you something. The purple and the yellow on your dress totally clash, and you can never wear neon pink tennis shoes. I'd burn that outfit immediately if I were you, because if someone terribly mean sees it, you'll never live it down. I don't know what went wrong with my advice, but Nicole looked all sad after that, and I haven't heard from her since. And lastly, I become really closer with my family, and we tend to get along more now just from staying home. Actually, I've become the dad joke master just by hanging out with my dad. And that's great because now I can entertain my dad who's stuck at home with his annoying children and torture everyone else at the same time. Here's a few jokes I've come up with. One lung said to another, "We belong together." Coffee has a rough time in our house. He gets mugged every morning. See what I did there? What did the duck say when she purchased a new lipstick? Put it on my bill. Anyways, I have siblings, right? And I'm the best child. But I'm the middle child. Yeah, all those stereotypes about the firstborn and the youngest being the best children were destroyed once I came along. But let me tell you why I'm the best child. First of all, I'm the parents' favorite. I'm the one that the parents get to show off. Here's a conversation that my mom had with her friend. So my eldest child, she goes to a private school. It's a big accomplishment. My youngest child, he's still in middle school. He's in the 6th grade. Kids grow up so fast. But my middle child, she's a 9-year Girl Scout who can dance. I bet you never heard of that one before. 9 years. Secondly, I have these things called the best child points. Basically, I do things good and I get what I want. So the other day I wanted a cookie and I wasn't allowed to have a cookie. So I went into the bedroom to see what my siblings were doing. And they were fighting over who gets to play with the PS4. And my parents came in and this whole thing became really escalated. So I stood up on the chair in the middle of the room and I just took it upon myself to say, you guys, I hate to interrupt, but I just wanted to say that I am going to go do the extra credit assignment that I don't have to do, but I am going to do because I really care about my grades. And then my parents were like, why can't you guys be like Lola? Look how good she is. Lola, go get a cookie. Do what you want. You're so good. And last, I have more trust with my parents, so I get out of trouble easier. So like if I knocked a vase over and broke it, I could blame it on my siblings because my parents don't think twice. So I'm just like, Mom, I got to tell you this. It was Elle and Sandro. They were roughhousing. They didn't want you to know. They wanted to blame it on me. But I thought because I really want to tell the truth more, that I should just tell you who did it. And then I get out of trouble. They get punished. Works for me. So you guys have been great. I have been good. And thank you. That's my time.
Nice. Thank you, Lola. Oh my gosh. As the youngest child, I'm going to say that I'm the favorite child, but I'm glad that you are the favorite and also the middle child. Props, because there's not enough representation of middle children doing well. That's what we need to fix these days. Thank you so much, Lola. Next, coming to this virtual stage, we're going to do another Ask the Intern. We're going to bring in another wonderful helper, Spencer Kahn. Spencer, tell us how long you've been involved with kids in comedy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Spencer. I'm the other intern here. I've been doing this being in kids in comedy for about 7 years now. And the way things are looking this summer, I'll probably still be doing this for the rest of my life. In general. So I'm looking forward to that. Maya,
Spencer, how's
uh,
your quarantine going?
my quarantine, it's going pretty well. I haven't had that. I don't know. I've had some weird dreams lately. I don't know. Things.
Oh, weird dreams. What's going on? What's crazy? Did you have a dream you were falling off a tall building?
Not exactly, but it was probably equally as terrifying. I
Well,
I went outside without a mask. It was very scary. I wanted want to get back inside as quick as possible. Not fun.
oh man, that's rough. So are you sleeping okay these days? Otherwise, besides your crazy dreams?
I mean, give or take, I'm getting a pretty normal amount of sleep. I do this thing where I just stay up all night until 4 a.m. just playing games with friends, and then I just fall asleep at 4 and then wake up at 7, and then I realize that literally nothing has changed during quarantine. I'm just doing the exact same thing I was doing before.
Whoa, crazy night owl schedule. I mean, at least now you're playing games. You're not doing homework, or maybe you should be doing
I
homework.
don't know. Oh, hopefully none of my teachers are watching this.
Yes, I think it's safe to say none of your educators. If your AP Physics teacher was tuned in, thank you for watching. Please excuse Spencer for not doing his homework and playing. What's your poison? Is it World of Warcraft? Are you
My poison? Oh no. I play Super Smash Brothers, where I just get my aggression out on my friends by beating them up in a cartoon way.
I think that's healthy. I think that's really, really healthy for you. It's crazy, but I think it sounds good for you. Thank you so much, Spencer, for telling us about your crazy quarantine adjustments. We love to hear it. And thank you so much again, just like Maya, for being a helpful intern, getting the water, giving these kids great feedback. I'm sure they all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude. All right, gonna keep it moving. We've only got a couple comedians left. So without further ado, we're gonna bring to the stage yet again another seasoned classmate in kids in comedy. He's funny. He's wearing a white shirt. Put your hands together for Sam Croyne.
Hey everyone. So we are getting to a very interesting point in the calendar of the year. It's sort of that time where the sun comes out 24/7. And for me, I have this interesting relationship with the sun. You can probably tell from my vanilla bean-esque skin that I get burnt a lot by the sun, but it goes beyond that. I mean, I think I am allergic to the sun. Every time I go outside and I see the sun, I do 2 quick sneezes. I think it's a problem. I'm not sure. I'm kind of just rolling with it. Needless to say, I try to avoid going out into the sun as much as possible, but I try to do it sort of on the low so people don't really realize. Like, so say my family's like, we're deciding where to go to on vacation, and my parents are like, oh, we should go to Florida. Heard the beach is really nice this time of year. I'm like, yeah, what about like Alaska, I think they have like woolly mammoths there. Did you know Mario Chalmers is from Alaska? You could play one-on-one. I think that would be great, a great time. And it's not the only problem. I mean, all this stuff with me in the sun, it could cut off some of my career paths. I mean, I could never be a lifeguard. Like, oh, you're drowning? Oh, well, just give me a second. I'll be right with you. Just let me let this 105 SPF sunscreen sink in a little bit. Just hang on. I believe in you. I'll be there for you in a minute. Now, chilling inside, avoiding the sun, it's given me a lot of time to work on my comedy. And I love being a stand-up comedian, don't get me wrong. But one part of the job that I don't enjoy too much is all the suggestions that I get. I mean, I have people coming up to me like that I haven't spoken to in 4 years giving me suggestions just because they know that I'm the ha-ha funny thing. And there's 2 main problems with the suggestions that I get. First one is they're way too broad. Like a few months ago, I had my math teacher come up to me and go, Sam, you should do a bit about music. Wow, music. I can tell you really went into the weeds on that one. I can tell you were really digging deep to come up with a topic like that. I mean, can you show me your work, Mr. Cerrone? I know you tell me a lot on my math tests. I'm repeating the favor. It's like if you like for Christmas, you got a trampoline and you're like, oh wow, a trampoline. But you open the box and like it's one of those where you have to build it yourself. And like half the pieces are missing. So if I want to build this trampoline, I got to go all the way to the Home Depot, got to get these pieces, and I got to build this trampoline that I don't really even want in the first place. Second problem that I get with a lot of my bit suggestions is that they're just about something I know nothing about. Like this kid who I don't even really talk to at school came up to me a few months ago and he goes, Sam, you should do a bit on the Iranian Revolution of 1979. Like, do I look like Wikipedia Sinclair? Like, where am I going to come up with the information for this? And I'm sure there's a lot of humor there. Ayatollah Khomeini, a real funny guy. I bet there's a lot there that I can go into. It's like, consider me like a restaurant of comedy, if you will. You have to order something that's like on the menu of jokes that I can actually say stuff about. You can't just order something that's not on the menu and expect it to be a good result. That's like going into an Italian place and ordering shrimp fried rice. It's just not gonna work out. Now, no matter how many times I tell people the problems with their suggestions, they still keep on giving them to me. So I think the only way to really get this point across is to perform some of the suggestions that I get on stage right now so you can see the issues. So I've done you all the favor of writing them on these flashcards. Here we go. First one comes from my friend from summer camp. He goes, Sam, you should write a bit about this thing that happened to me this spring. I was paddleboarding with my mom and a giant wave came and knocked her over. It was so funny. You should have been there. Yeah, I should have been there, but I wasn't there. Therefore, I have no knowledge of the event and cannot recount this story in front of a live audience. And by the way, if you thought I should have been there so much, where was my invitation? You could have easily invited me, but you chose not to. Just like I'm choosing not to give you credit for this bit. Second one comes from my sister Julia. She texted me this on her teen tour in California. OMG, just was walking down the street and passed Nicolas Cage. WTF, thought he was dead. LOL. Okay, Julia. First of all, you can never use LOL in a comedy bit. That stands for laugh out loud. I can't just command the crowd to laugh out loud. I have to sway them with my amazing powers of comedy and persuasion. It's not how that works. This isn't a dictatorship. Last one comes from my grandma. She called me at 6 a.m. in the morning to tell me this. Sam, you should do a comedy bit about Trump. I hate him and his stupid orange face. Okay, first of all, Grandma, you come up to me at like 6 in the morning. You wake up with this epiphany that nobody else has ever thought of before. Oh my God, Trump looks kind of stupid. And you just had to wake me up to tell me this. I get it. Because with Trump, you don't really have to go that deep. You don't have to dig deep into the comedy bit. All you have to do is scrape the surface and everyone loves it. All right, guys. Well, that's all for me. You've been a great audience, I think. And thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Oh, good job, so fun. What a very big comfy chair. Oh man, I'm so jealous. Oh, is that a lazy boy? I digress. Anyways, we're gonna move on to our final comedian of the night, this afternoon broadcast. Our final comedian coming to the stage. You know him, you love him. He's great. He's funny. Asher Cohen. Woo!
Okay, so because school is a lot shorter now, my mother told me to go out and improve my education. So I decided to enroll in Masterclass. And Masterclass is a website where you can watch videos of famous actors, writers, or chefs teach you how to excel in their field of expertise. And at the beginning of every class, each master teacher will give like an introduction video telling you a few things about who they are. And at the end of every introduction video, they always go, I'm so-and-so, and this is my master class. But they always have some sort of gimmick, like Gordon Ramsay will slice through an onion, or Penn and Teller will make some balls disappear. So I thought, if I had a master class, what would my gimmick be? And I want to try some out for you today. All right, here we go. I'm Osher Cohen, and this is my master class. Or maybe this one here. I'm Osher Cohen, and this is my master class. Or maybe even this one. I'm Osher Cohen, and this is my master class. So as I started scrolling through the lessons, I found R.L. Stine, my favorite horror writer for children ages 13 to 18. Woohoo! So I immediately started his class, and after going through some of his lessons, I got to his lesson about his writing process. And it's actually very interesting. It turns out that Mr. Stine always starts with the end of the book and then spends the rest of his time getting to there. So I thought I could apply the same method to joke writing. And I think what I've created is pretty revolutionary to the comedic world. So I thought I'd start out with some small jokes, try it on some simple ones. So here we go. 12 months. Did you hear about the man who stole the calendar? He got, and that's the joke, people. Or maybe this one. Squealer. Why should you never tell a pig a secret? Because it is a, get it? Now, I can't see you guys on YouTube right now, but I'm pretty sure you are rolling on the ground with laughter. All right, here's my last one. Borscht. So do you guys remember when we used to fly, in planes, like those big metal birds in the sky? And pilots would always talk in those special voices like, attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. Thank you for choosing to fly with Dollar Tree Airlines. It's going to be a sunny day in our destination. We're going to be a little late because we will be taxiing in a circle for the next 8 hours. Thank you. And so I started wondering, now since pilots are on the ground like everyone else, do they just use that voice in normal conversation? Like, what if they're having dinner with their family? Are they like, excuse me, dear, could you pass the Caesar salad with the tater tots, please? Thank you. Or what if they're breaking off a relationship? Are they like, I'm sorry, Rhonda, but our relationship is over. But why, Mike? We're just having too much turbulence. Thank you. And so, you know how pilots will always give those meaningless facts that you don't need to know, like how far up from the ground you are? I started wondering if they now say those things when they're just walking around, like, okay, guys, we are currently 0 feet above the ground. Or what if they're climbing steps? Are they like, wow, we have accelerated to half a foot above the ground? So I wonder what if when pilots get back to flying planes, are they gonna forget to be professional with their announcements? Like, what if their spouse is on the plane? Are they gonna be like, paging passenger in seat 17B, this is your husband speaking. There is a roast beef waiting for you in the freezer when you get home. Thank you. Now, I don't know if you guys have been a great audience, but you've been a great audience, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Asher. Well done. Doing a little jig, we love it. He's always got a dance move in his heart. Thank you guys so much. That's all of our students. We're gonna hang tight for a little bit post everyone's performances. I just wanted to thank everyone for watching today. Thank you, obviously, to our staff. Thank you to Alejandro Collini, the teacher's assistant, Maya, Arden, Spencer, Khan, our interns. Thanks for talking to us about all the fun things we're doing. Thank you to the dude skateboarding outside my window, in case you guys can hear him. he's just like grinding his rails. He's just like kick flipping curb, whatever the kids call it. I wanted to call out something fun I noticed in the chat. I think a lot of you guys really took it to heart, throwing the clap, clap, clap emoji in. So the performers knew you were applauding. But I want to just call out some people who really gave, who went above and beyond and gave not just 1 or 2 or 3, but like upwards of 7. And I ranked them the top 3. Okay, top 3, third place, bronze medal for the most claps. We have Michael Cantor. I can only imagine that's Julia's dad or uncle. Maybe it's your brother, a supportive brother. How very sweet, Julia. With 10 claps. Silver medal, second place. We have the user named the capital letter R and then WIRY. Are we? Who knows if it's phonetic? That's the best I can do at pronouncing that. They come in second place with 11 claps, 11 cute little hand claps. And then if the students could join me in like a little drum roll when we announce first place. You guys drum roll thing. This ASMR drum roll. Coming in first place with 13 clap emojis is the username Seized. Thank you so much for your 13 claps. So greatly appreciated. Also, kudos to Sandman, who responded to the earlier comment about donuts. I said, who's got the donuts? And they said, I got them. I got the donuts. And then also included some bacon emojis. So not only do they have the donuts, they also have the bacon. Surprise everyone in Kids in Comedy, you're all getting sent care packages with donuts and bacon in them, courtesy of Sandman. Thank you so much. We appreciate your service. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna keep having virtual classes for Kids in Comedy because as it seems for the foreseeable future, we're all gonna be on this kind of platform. So we have another session coming up where we're working out summer classes. Joanne, I'm sure, has sent out an email and we'll reach out more to you guys with more details. We got, Andy's cousin said yes. Oh, thank you. Rosie, yes, Rosie. Oh, Rosie's the one who got second place from Lola's family. Thank you for all the claps, all the clapping hands. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Kids, if anyone has someone in the chat they want to shout out, now is the time, students, to be like, I just wanted to say thanks to my uncle, thanks to my grandma. You can shout them out if they come into mind. Who's got it? Someone's got it. Andy's got lots of fam in the chat. Lola's got lots of fam in the chat. Julia's got fam. Aaron's got fam. We know Aaron's got grandparents in the chat. We got Jay in the chat. I'm just gonna name all of you. We got Asher in the chat. Spencer and Maya in the chat. Presumably the interns are in the chat. Oh my gosh. We got Andy, we got Aaron, we got Jay, we got Julia, Lola, we got Sam in the chat, Sam's grandparents, Asher, Alejandro, teacher's assistant.
We have Renee in the chat, we have Dennis in the chat.
Dennis in the chat. Yep, who else? Who else is fun in the chat? This is my favorite game. I love calling out the chat. I love it so fun. Yeah, that's all I have from you guys. I feel, or for you guys, you all have been a wonderful virtual audience. This has been an absolute blasty blast. Thank you all so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your sunny Sundays. And I think Matt, who's on tech, thank you so much, Matt. Matt, you can take us out. Thanks, guys.
Okay, hang tight for 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, we're out.